Okay. I think I am live. Hello. This time again, YouTube is weird. Because it's literally clicking on my software and it's live. Last time I have to click another button and it's live. Like I said, this is YouTube. You never know what it wants to do. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Whatever time zone you're in. Hello. The emojis here are so cute. Tea and melon seeds. Who'd think, hey, January 2021, right? Would be this crazy for Chinese entertainment. Wow, so many people, how are you? See a lot of familiar faces, names from all over the world. Hope you're doing well. Well, today, while I'm doing this live stream, you're gonna hear my heater turning on and off all the time. Because because right now outside, okay, can't quite tell. You can't tell from, it's sunny, it looks beautiful, but I can tell you, it's minus 30 outside today, okay? So, I cannot turn my heater off for 2 hours, I'd be dead. So, you just have to deal with it. Hear the noise of my heater because not gonna turn it off today. It's crazy, it's 30. This morning I opened the door and it looks so epic when the air rushes out and turns into mist. It's like a huge freezer outside, so yeah. Minus 30. C, yeah, C. But like once it goes, I think once it goes below to a certain number, the C and F isn't that different. Like minus 30F and minus 30C is pretty much like same, I think, if I haven't remembered it wrong. So, you know. Yeah, can't even comprehend how cold it is. Today would be a really good day to do those like soap bubble. Do you know, like you blow soap bubbles with a straw, but then you put it outside, so it instantly freezes into this glass kind of ball. This is the perfect weather to do that. I think the trick is like you have to add sugar or glycerin into the mixture so that it works better. It forms the bubble. It's really pretty, like when you blow it out, instantly you see the crystal grow on the outside of the bubble, and it will solidify, like become like, what's the word? Yeah, it will turn solid into a glass ball instantly. So you can do multiple ones, right, in your garden, and it will just be there. It's really pretty, but I'm not gonna go and do it because it's too cold. I don't want to go out. Wow, somewhere in somebody's place, it's already midnight. I think it's still important for you to get your sleep, you know. Because tomorrow is still a working day. So cool, I've never seen snow before. I know, right? There are people who live in places that never get snow. So I totally understand. Snowflakes. Some warm sunshine. Okay. So let me look at the how many people are here? Wow, so many people, 300. Didn't expect that. So you're all waiting for tea, hey? I guess like gossip gets people really excited. It's human nature. I can't help it. Drinking purity. Okay. I'm just looking at some news right now. Yeah, because the drama has just announced they're gonna go live tomorrow. So we're chatting within the group chat of drama reviewers, like, what the heck is going on? Okay. Yeah, so now my heater is on, you can hear it. So the 大唐明月, the literally Bright Moon Tang Dynasty, but they've just changed the name into 风起霓裳. I don't know how they're gonna do the English translation. The one with 娜扎 and 许魏洲 is gonna come online tomorrow. They've just said that. Chinese dramaland, hey? Like everything just happens like randomly. This is so yeah, 古力娜扎 and 许魏洲. It's just gonna show up tomorrow, and they've just changed the title. I don't understand. I really don't understand why people do that, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Ted Li Ti Ho, okay. Right, so many things have happened, right, in January up to this point. First, a lot of dramas have aired, gone live. Like we can talk about dramas for sure, and then yeah, obviously the big Melon and tea thing. And somehow I have the premonition that before the end of this month, we're gonna see other stuff. It's not the end yet. Because the singer Wang Feng, right, hasn't released his song yet. There is this thing in Chinese entertainment, if you know, right? Basically, Zhang Ziyi, right, the actress, her husband Wang Feng is a very famous singer and also music writer and stuff. And for the past how many years, like always, every time, literally every time he's about to release a new song, some really big entertainment gossip would take place and literally crush into his releasing of the song, so he never ends up, right, like on the top of the trending of social media. Every time like he releases a new song, right, you'd hope like it gets pushed to the top, but something bigger and more melon and tea worthy will just show up, and he will never be able to climb to the top of the list. So for however many years in the past it has been happening very consistently. It's pretty much like Xiao Jingteng do a live performance and then it rains. It's one of those things, right? Xiao Jingteng is the god of rain in entertainment business. So he is like the gossip and melon person, Wang Feng, unfortunately. And Wang Feng, on the first day of January this year, sent out a Weibo saying, I will release a new song at the end of this month, which is like 31st, right? and on the 18th, you know, Zheng Shuang's Melon showed up. And so there's still we still have like 5 days to go. 4 days to go, right, to the end of the month. You know, like if the magic works again, we can at least expect another big melon showing up before that or on the day. So like everyone, literally, like all the content creators, all the like gossip channel, the paparazzi, everybody is like just waiting to see what's the next big melon. And Wang Feng it's just what can you say? It just worked into this weird thing, yeah. Wang Feng is on, yeah, trending because he can't get on trending. How fun is that? So let's wait, okay? When his song like whenever that song gets released, if on the same day and same time something happens, if it happens again, right, it will confirm, right? In the future, he should just never announce when his song is gonna come out. I don't know. This is so weird. This is like. I cannot explain the policy on BL TV series because it's just a rumor. It's not confirmed anywhere. The rumor has been going on actually for the entire January, which is they're gonna restrict BL drama, you know, in this way, that way. But they never actually have any document that gets sent out and say we don't do this. You know, it's always just a rumor. So what can I say? I don't work at the NRTA, so I have no insider news, and they will never really put it on paper to say this and that anyway. But if it's going on, then I don't think it will be a ban of any of those, because so-called BL dramas, right? Like, it's adapted from BL novels, yes, but in terms of what the drama itself is, you know, if you go and watch the drama, it doesn't actually have much to do with it, then, you know, why do you categorize it as BL drama? It could just be a drama with two guys happen to be, you know, as the leads, which is not that weird. It's not like before the idea of BL was ever born, there weren't any dramas like that. So I don't think, you know, it makes sense to say just because it's based on a BL novel, therefore it's banned or anything. I don't think that would work, really. It wouldn't make sense, really. But if, you know, if there really is any kind of restriction going on, most likely it would be if new projects want to get filed, they will hold on. They will say we slow on that, or we temporarily don't give them license to film. If they're already filming, then once it finishes production, the censorship may say we're gonna delay your airing. And if it's already done, then they may just be, and it passes censorship, it may just be, you know, delayed until further notice. This could happen because 2021, in case anyone don't know, is 100 years anniversary of Communist Party founding in China. It's pretty much like 2019 is the 70th anniversary of People's Republic of China founding. So for those 2 years, right, there's definitely an intentional sort of design of what kind of cultural entertainment stuff goes on, and there would be intentionally the policy sort of would go in favor, right, of content that is more reflective of what has happened, realistically speaking, for the last how many years, instead of like fantasy or any other like period dramas that has nothing to do with now. And it's understandable that it happens like that. I mean, 2019, we've all seen that from I think end of August up till August, September, October, right? All those 3 months, literally no period drama was airing at the time, because that was the policy. For those 3 months, 100 day, we're gonna exclusively air, right, a contemporary or, you know, like close to contemporary time content. So something like that can happen this year too, which is for a period of time. And period dramas and other things irrelevant to this theme will be delayed. But the thing is, like, legally speaking, if they haven't done anything, you know, like wrong, you cannot really just not let them show up drama. It could be delayed, yes, but I don't see the possibility of banning, like, that's banning the stuff that has already kind of filed and nothing really was problematic with it. Because, you know, like, this business, right, is always going on. So there's no need for the policy end to make itself an enemy to the people who work in the industry, but also for the people who work in the industry, there's no need to get really towards the censorship, because you have to work together, you know, like it's like depend on each other, right? So the more logical thing of it probably is there could be delays this year, and some things may not come out as we wish, because it runs into 2021. What can we say? It's just like 100 years. It's big. It happens like once a century, okay? The next time it happens, if it happens, none of us would be here. So, you know, understandably. Okay, so people are typing out really quickly stuff. So let me just quickly look at what everyone is saying. So there's no official, any document saying they're gonna, you know, restrict BL. But if it's going on, it's just silently going on. They will not make it public or, you know, like on the paper. But if it happens, it's also very, very like normal, I'd say, for Chinese entertainment. At any time, you know, something gets, pretty much like all the time, something gets restricted. It's just the way it is, always being. And we can quickly talk about a couple of dramas that are ongoing, and then we can talk about tea and coffee and whatever. Oh no, tea and melon. Weird expressions. Notice me. Yeah, because when it is true, because when one genre becomes too dominant, right, it takes out other people's living soil, really, like resource. And also, when everyone rushes into making one type of story, it tends to get really crappy. So many, actually, like, don't ever think of those drama makers, right, like in any way better than the general audience in terms of their taste and their, like, no. Most of them do it because they want money. That's it. And they just look at whatever sells right now, right? If they see one very successful project like The Untamed in 2019, and they're like, okay, we can make a lot of money on BL. So they're just gonna all rush into making BL to get money, but it's pretty stupid. Because if you think it got successful just because it's BL, then you're stupid. You're like so stupid. You don't understand what works, right? The magic of storytelling and what is not because it's what genre. If anyone has that kind of idea, they really don't deserve to work in the industry because they don't understand what actually is working, like for something to become popular. So okay, what's going on now? There are a lot of dramas going on. I haven't watched everything, okay? So there are a couple of dramas I haven't really clicked open yet. Not really, like, just not really want to pay attention to. I clicked open Unrequited Love and looked at it for a couple of minutes and couldn't stand it. So I haven't tried it after. I haven't actually watched the Dragnet that just went live yesterday or the day before, because a friend of mine that I really, really trust in her judgment and idea about dramas, saying it's like she's pretty disappointed in it, and I'm like, okay, I'll put it on hold, but I will when I get time to click into it just to see if it's worth watching. The romantic period drama is going on Tencent. I'm this type of girl. I'm just this type of girl, however they translate that. Or a girl like me, I actually have watched, with the help of occasionally double speeding it, 4 or 5 episodes, and I just don't get anything from it. I can't even get the CP chemistry anywhere. And I mean, like, Guan Xiaotong is pretty, but I don't know, like what this drama is supposed to be. Like, it's not as funny and engaging as Tiger and Rose. And for this type of romantic period drama, it's really just, like, pure entertainment, right? You're not going in it for anything more. But I don't get anything. Like, I don't get chemistry. It's so just yet another drama like many other dramas like it. So I don't think I'm gonna continue watching that one. I can't convince myself to go into it. I keep watching it for what? 上阳赋, Monarch Industry, or the Rebel Princess, however they translate that. I've watched till episode 24. And I haven't followed up that yet, which I think now it has aired past that. And they've opened the option to pay money for it. 3 RMB per episode since last week. From episode 25 onwards, if you want to pay money, every week you can watch 6 more episodes, and it's like 3 RMB each. The thing about this drama is 68 episodes, right? So from 25 till the end. If you want to watch it ahead of the normal VIP, for the whole thing, if you want to watch the whole, like, till the end of it, you're gonna have to pay 132 RMB, which is about 20, a little bit more than $20 US for this drama, which I think it's just a little bit too ridiculous. Because for like Youku or any platform's annual subscription, if you get it on a discount date, like 11/11, right? November 11th, this type of event, they usually cut it like half price down or something like that. It's probably like about the same amount of annual subscription cost for this one drama if you want to watch it ahead, which is a little bit too much, I think. They are so desperate to grab money from the audience. And as soon as I see the 6 new episodes that has the tag on it that says like pay money to watch, like, you know, I instantly wait了. It's a Chinese word for just suddenly, literally means suddenly become impotent. You know, you know what it feels? It's like, because when I saw like the thing, you know, like I was like, seriously, from 25 you're gonna charge people right till the end? I just feel like, no, goodbye. And there are plenty of places you can watch it for free because they are pirated stuff really on the internet. It's so easy to get, and I don't even want to open the pirated website to see the episodes. I'm like, this is just too, it's too like trying to grab money out of your pocket. Like they literally stick their hands out of the screen, like from the screen, and try to grab the money from the audience. It's too in your face. Like it just makes me suddenly and I instantly lost interest in the drama. Okay, so again, a lot of people typing, so let me just take a quick look. A Land So Rich, I haven't watched. Like a Flowing River 2, I did. Meaning Town, I did. Vacation of Love, I'm following now. And for those 2 girl drama, My Best Friend Story and Dear Missy, I've lost interest in both of them. Neither of them makes any sense to me. It's like, as I continue watching, I was like, what are you trying to do? Like, what is the story? Because for me, it's like, if a story cannot be summarized in one line about what it's essentially about, it kind of has a problem. For both those 2 dramas, I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, it's led by 2 pretty girls, right? Both dramas. And they look pretty, that's it. But like, what are you trying to do? What is the story you're telling? I just don't get it from both dramas, so. Okay, let's see. 斗罗, I have no idea. Nobody knows. Don't ask when a drama is gonna come out in Chinese Dramaland. Nobody can say it for sure. Not even the drama production people themselves. That's the fact. Thank you for super chat. From okay. I need to scroll down. Let me. It's jammed. Callie, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for supporting my channel. Stay warm. Yeah, I'm not getting out today. No way. It's so cold. Okay, let me just see people's. So for those 2 girl dramas, that's that. Meaning Town is really good. Really good. I'm pretty sure like 95% of the because I'm gonna make the review video is gonna come out on Thursday talking about this drama. But I'm just gonna put it here. It's very unlikely for the rest of this year any drama in Chinese Dramaland gonna come out and like overtake that one in terms of its reputation, its quality, its rating, unless it's from 正午阳光, unless it's from the same production company, Daylight Entertainment, that did Meaning Town. I think most likely if it gets overtaken, it would be something coming from the same company. I don't see like other production company really these days in Chinese Dramaland has the ability to do that. Like most likely, okay? But we do have to leave a little bit room because anything can happen. We've been taught in 2020 anything can happen. Perfect Casual is on Mango, so Does Mango International should have it? Because Mango does have international site. If not, then you have to. If anyone knows, help out. My Little Happiness. My Little Happiness. I'm not sure what's the Chinese title. Oh, that one. I haven't watched it. Is that one with Tang Xiaotian and Xing Fei? Because recently my life is completely occupied by Mining Town, and it's so good, right? It's like once you've seen that drama and you have to watch other things, it's like just not even close to the level, and it kind of is like not fair to the other dramas, because you compare and you're like, this is like so not comparable. The Wolf? I haven't watched The Wolf. I don't have time. It's like 50 episodes. Like, where do I ever find time to watch that? And also like those older drama, this type of drama, the genre, and because it's older, like, usually it just appears to be less appealing to me. Egyptian? How do I pronounce the second word? I have nice hair. Thank you for your super chat. I have nice hair. It's very flat hair and very oily hair. It's not very good because it doesn't get volume. Like, I have to do so much stuff to make it stand up. Otherwise, it's just gonna stuck on my face like this. It's too thin, right? Like, in terms of every strand, it's not strong enough, so it doesn't stand up on the end. And the good thing is it doesn't get frizzy at all, but the bad thing is it doesn't stand up, so. And I don't have a small head. Like, if I have a tiny head, probably don't need to worry about that too much. But look at me. Head and shoulder ratio, the type that can never become an actress. Type of ratio. Hiya. You are my glory? Not really anticipating it. I mean, I don't have problem with these two, but they're very good looking people, right? Yang Yang and Dili Roba. But looking at their track record of past how many 5 years, really, like, they just do looking good, pretty much. And first, I don't know how the chemistry is going to turn out. Second is, I just do not quite trust, like, it's going to be engaging, sort of acting with story, that type of thing, honestly speaking. But it will be very eye candy, for sure. These two people look good, right? You probably can't find a better looking couple in Dramaland than them. You complete me. I didn't complete you, complete me. Because halfway through it started to get, like, I don't know, like, I just lost interest. I am so hard to satisfy now these days. Blame it on my channel, because I've watched too much because I do this channel. I watch way too many dramas than a normal person should be watching. Therefore, the more you watch, you know, like, the harder to satisfy yourself. So, like, don't always take my review seriously, because I am, like, picky, really. Now, I have become so picky because of doing this. Something that may just be really, really enjoyable to other people, like, I'm like a grumpy old person who's like, that is. So I apologize, you know. I should have help. Oh my god. Really? Stop growing? There definitely are stuff you can use, or like supplements you can take to help your hair grow better. Mining Town, I think, is on all 3 platforms. iQIYI, Youku, Tencent, they all have it. Should be. And they also have the Mandarin and the dialect version, both of them, which is really cool. Who else is Googling all those names? Okay. What happened? Okay, so if people are asking those questions, like I always get asked, like during each and every one of my stream, is like all-time favorites. That type of question, I can't answer. I've always emphasized. So this would be my last time in any stream to say about favorites. Is I don't do that to myself. There are a lot of things I like, and I don't necessarily want to compare them because sometimes it can be compared. It's like compare a sheep to a cow and say which one do you prefer. I'm like, they are not even the same species. You look more unique than actresses who look. No, they don't look alike. Everybody is pretty unique. I don't think there are like exact same looking people in a drama land. And I know my face would not work for drama storytelling. I've known that for a long time. Let's be honest. Rice water, good for hair. A lot of like stuff, like people even say ginger. There's something called saw palmetto that's actually for prostate health for men, but it actually helps also stop hair thinning, like a lot of stuff like that. Okay. 华晨语. Yeah, we haven't talked about any melon tea yet. We will, okay. I'm just talking about looking at stuff, watching Forever Love, and it's Forever Love is sweet, you know, really happy and sweet. So it's a good drama to watch. Guilty pleasure drama. Guilty pleasure drama. You know what? My guilty pleasure drama is not one drama. It's a lot of dramas, particular scenes that are my guilty pleasure. So when I need a dose, I'll just click open all of them, find that episode, watch that scene, and go away. And you probably know what type of scenes that gets people guilty pleasure. It is the same, I think, to most people. Chen Qing-song is dating a 19-year-old boy. Chen Qing-song? Who is Chen Qing-song? Maybe type out the Chinese name? Oh, the Pakistani drama. I think I know which drama people are talking. Yeah, I've heard about it. Is it about women? I heard it's really good and really daring. I wish China can do those type of stuff. Not just stupid love romance stories in and out all the time. I did nothing on my birthday. Not even like I didn't even bother to eat noodles, which is a Chinese thing, or cake, which is a Western thing. It just passed peacefully. Love OTO. Unfortunately, Love OTO is, I think it's taken down from China because of that. Oh, Chen Qing-song? Really? 19-year-old? Holy moly. That's not, yes. Yes, Maram. I don't know if that's, because I can't remember. Because I've seen it on Chinese social media about a Pakistani drama that's so good, but it just fly by. Thank you for another super chat from somebody. Oh, Elia? Sorry about screwing up your name, sorry. I see you again. I've seen you before. Thank you for your super chat. A Little Red Flower, I want to watch it too, but probably have to wait for another month or so. I've heard like mixed review about it. Some people say it's pretty good, some people say it's okay. Nobody said it's bad, but a lot of people said it's like not as good as a lot of people say it is. Well, we shall see. Wait till it comes out. Do you read art? I do not. Like, I don't really read a lot of web novel. For me, right, novel is not my favorite type of thing to read, really. And and I'm really picky. Because web novels, unfortunately, usually are filled with grammatic and vocabulary kind of mistakes and typos. And it gets like really annoying for me to read those. There's like, that is, After a chapter with like 5 mistakes I've seen, I'm not an editor, but somehow I'm very weird. Like, I get really annoyed, so I stopped reading the story. Yeah, I've been watching Vacation of Love. It's really funny. It's actually better than I thought it would be. It's like what we call 贺岁片, right? Like Chinese New Year designed kind of like film, but turned into a drama. So it's like extended New Year film. The vibe of it, even the look of it, like the way it looks very cinematic. They definitely put a layer of filter that looks really, really cinematic on it. And it reminds me heavily of a lot of those Chinese New Year films. So it's actually quite enjoyable. And I actually don't find the lead, so-called lead, there really isn't any lead, because Bai Yuan, Yao Chen are barely in the drama the first 8 episodes, really. I don't find their storyline most interesting. I find Hu Jun and the girl, like the young girl, falls in love with a much older man who already has a son, and then later finding out that actually the guy, the boyfriend of hers, is her mother's idol, like a decade or 2 decades ago, when her mother was still a school, like a schoolgirl and an avid fan of rock and roll. It's so funny. That storyline is so funny. Oh my god. Now I really want to watch that storyline much more than Yao Chen and Bai Yu's line. Joy of Life, and they haven't even started shooting it, so definitely not gonna see it this year. If we can see it next year, it would be good. 2 new dramas about Noveland series, Pearl Eclipse and Princess from Plateau. Honestly, I don't have much hope for those type of dramas. It's just gonna be looking pretty, but then tailored to its particular audience type of drama. But I doubt they're gonna be like masterpieces of any kind, because the entire Noveland thing, right, didn't really produce very successful stories. Like they're all kind of like average.我真可爱. Oh, thank you. At my age, when people say I'm cute, I think it means I don't look so old, so it's good. Oh wow, okay, interesting. So on my side, the chat is loading very jerkily, so I just like stuff disappear in front of my eyes. Sorry. So if I don't reply to everything, sometimes they just disappear in front of my eyes. I don't know why. Okay, Asian movie series. I don't have time to. I would love to. I watched the couple of episodes of the Japanese drama of the 2 guys, you know, like working in the same company. And it's very short. It's like 20 minutes per episode. I think it's very cute. I haven't finished it yet, but I intend to. It will be very quick to run through it. Those 2 guys are so cute. It's like once you get to 30, right, and if you're still virgin, you turn into a magician. That drama is so cute. And one of the lead actor, right, 2 of them. One of them really looks like Liu Xueyi from Liu Li. From Love and Redemption. Like, they do look like, to a certain degree, similar. Vacation of Love is really fun. Like, it's a good thing to watch during like Chinese New Year for sure. The vibe is very holiday and vacation like. Cherry magic? 到了30岁还是处男似乎会变成魔法师. Yeah, that one. Oh, it's called Cherry Magic. Okay, cool. Condense that into a small title. That's cool. It's really cute. That drama is cute. I have to say, it is cute. And the two leads are very good looking. Yeah, I wish I can finish it. I should. I just like every day, like when drama updates, some of them update daily. I have to chase those episodes, and then I have to do. It's literally so the things are with dramas with me is like if I drop something, right? And it's unlikely for me to pick it up again because new things coming, and I have to. The word closed. I just don't have time. Sometimes I'm just shaking my computer. It's like, why so many dramas? Thank you for K Ren. Thank you for your super chat. I am desperate most of the time. It's like, another thing. Ultimate note. I actually read through the whole thing. I can't believe it. It did with help with like occasionally three times speeded because it's 36 episodes. It finished airing entirety, so I had to chase it from episode 1 while I'm watching another 5 dramas that are ongoing. So I couldn't just watch it like real time all the time. I wouldn't be able to do it. So I did double speed, triple speed at places when it's boring. Okay, but ultimate note, I ran through the freaking whole 36 episodes. I can't believe I did that while watching like other 5 dramas. Ultimate note is to date the best adaptation of Lost Tomb, the book. I'm pretty sure it is, because I've kind of like dabbled into others, but I never really paid too much attention of this type of genre just because I'm not a fan of this type of story. Thank you, Nikki, for your super chat. Thanks. But I have to agree with the book fans, because a friend of mine is like a book fan, and she's read the book from beginning to end multiple times, so she knows everything. And she told me it is truly the best adaptation of this IP till today, among all the film, television, different types of series that you've seen. So I trust her. Tian. Have patience. Okay, we're just talking about drama right now, and we will get into tea. But like the tea thing, I don't have really new information to tell anybody. It's just what I know and everybody knows on internet, which is ugly, but yeah. I haven't spelled tea. Okay, so we're gonna get into talking tea now. Heaven Official's Blessing. Yeah. I think there's a special chapter that's gonna come out mid-February on the 16th. So that's gonna come out, and it's gonna be a special episode about the two characters chatting at night. So there's gonna be a lot of cute hugging, I think, in that. 3JSB24K. Okay, that's a cool name. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, I will finish the Cherry Magic. I remember it. I will. It's short. I'll tell myself to sit down for 2 hours and finish the rest of the episodes I haven't seen. I'll do it. Okay. I know I'm late. Gotta go to work. Sky. Okay, go to work. Have a nice day. Story of the Stone film? Film? Do you mean 红楼梦? Film or television? Because there are so many different versions of it. There's even 粤剧. See variety show. Not like I watched Nation's Treasure, or the treasure of the Greatest Treasure of the Nation. It's probably not interesting to other people, like other than Chinese, but it's so fun. Because there's this actor, right, who always plays those short plays on stage. He's like the multiple usage actor, who is actually the actor who played the father of the male lead character in Love in Between. The general who got... That actor is so good. and he's in the greatest treasure of the nation. Pretty much every episode. He's so good. Oh my god, that actor is golden. Okay. Supposedly there is a second season of Chen Qianqian, but it's far from any like even pre-production. Because you have to understand, those two people both got really popular afterwards. Zhao Lusi is like her schedule is pretty much filled up till who knows how many years ahead. Ding Yuxi pretty much the same. So the next time they want to do a second season, first they have to consider if their time can work out the schedule thing. Second, if they have become too expensive. When you get famous, this is what happens. Okay, so let me just quickly look at what everybody said and then... and then we can talk about tea. How many episodes do I watch per day? I don't know. Too much, too many. Yeah, Detective Chinatown will be out on Chinese New Year's Day. Yes. Korean version of Go Princess Go. Yeah, probably not. Just because I don't have time to watch it. I know it's going on. I even know its title, but can't even have time to watch Chinese dramas. Like, when do I ever get time? Meaning Town is coming out on Thursday. The review. I don't know what else I can say, because reviews are short these days for me. I don't really go too crazy about it, but it's a really good drama. I would just tell people, it probably is the best drama of 2021 already. I don't see likelihood of it getting overtaken by anything. So, is that a fortunate or unfortunate thing that in January of a year, you've already seen the best drama of this whole year, so everything that comes after is less kind of than satisfying? I don't know if that's a good thing. But then it is like, when Zhengwu Yangguang, Daylight Entertainment, wants to get serious, when they are like, yeah, we're gonna sit down and do really good stuff, everyone in this drama land is like, okay, you go and do it. We're just gonna stand here and watch, because, yeah, it's you. They are really 断层 C-week, right? They are, if it's a talent selection show, they are the C, the center position, and 断层is like, their voting would be significantly more than the second comer, that type of production company. Well, for people who managed to lure their mother to watch Untamed, well done. My parents are way past that possible age to ever get into this type of thing, but... Oh yeah, the new BL drama, 山河表里, right? Oh shit. Priest has another novel that is now being under they've started production. They're calling, cast call has just been thrown out, which is another novel from hers. 山河表里, it's another BL. It's about a policeman who ended up in this mountain and realized there are magic powers in this mountain and entered this otherworldly place, adventure story of that mountain. I don't understand why everyone just goes for Priest's BL novels, but I'm worried about too many BL novels. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about tea and melon. So the two big tea and melon thing is first the 郑爽 thing and then the 华晨宇 thing. But the 华晨宇 thing, right? On a normal day, if 郑爽's melon and gossip didn't happen, and 华晨宇's story gets dug out, he probably will get a much bigger storm than the one that he gets now, which is quite minor and actually not very long lasting. Because this is the psychological thing, which is called 锚定效应. I can't remember what's the English title, but basically it's like an anchoring thing. It's because right before it, right, a much more crazier thing has just taken place. So it kind of has pulled the general public's expectation of entertainment business down to a level like unprecedented low level. And then his story comes out, which is still not like ideal, for anyone, but at least he didn't throw his child away, and that somehow made him a really good person. So I have to say the PR team of his and Zhang Bichen's is really good. They found the perfect time to throw out this thing, because this definitely has already been happened so long, and it's been brewing, right? And they're just looking for a good time to let it out, because eventually people are gonna find out. So they saw this 郑爽 opportunity, or just like golden timing, chuck it out. I have to say the PR of those two people are really, really good. Thank you for KMA. Thank you for your super chat. I can visit home now. I can't. I can't get out of Canada. It's impossible right now. I have to get 2 tests that are negative within the 48 hours of getting on a plane. Which, where I am, not gonna happen. Doesn't have that possibility. You can probably do it in Vancouver or Toronto, but it's a crazy trip, and again, tickets are super expensive. Oh, and if I go back to China now, I would be living in a hotel while it was Chinese New Year's Day. So it's not ideal, because I will literally be quarantined for 28 days plus 7. So it's like more than a month of my time gone before I can get out of the door. If I go back to China, this is what's needed right now. So I can do it. Okay. Unlikely we're gonna get another company like 正午阳光. It's a very fortunate, unfortunate kind of historical thing that made it happen and made it like it. Not that you can't just replicate another company like that. Mostly due to the people who are leading this company are coming from a very interesting background that you just don't usually get in this business. So it's unique. It's impossible to replicate a company, because the company has very good people, like the producer and the directors. You can't just create that kind of directors out of nowhere. So to make it safe while the quarantine time, because they have found out that people can literally be you test, it's negative, they don't have it, but they actually carry the virus, and after 28 days, you test again, it's positive, and they're actually contagious to other people, and they are fine themselves. And this has happened multiple times. This is how crazy it is. So I literally be quarantined for more than a month. I'm like, no. I don't want to get stuck in a hotel room and have my Chinese New Year. That's the worst thing. Yeah, 郑爽 Zhang He is really like a bad drama, isn't it? Rosette's peak time has passed. It cannot get better than it used to be, because when it was the best time of it is when the director and the cinematographer and all of them are still in their kind of prime age, 40s, 30, 40, 40s, 50s, still working. Now they're getting older. It's unlikely to chucking out better works anymore. And they used to be a company that's focused on production. Now they are not. Oh, I think some delivery. So sorry about that. I'm gonna disappear for a bit. I didn't cut the feed, so you get to hear Amazon delivery, which is bubble envelopes. So boring, right? The stuff I get from Amazon is so boring. GL Chinese series. So for Zheng Shuang's thing, right? I don't think like significant things happened from last week, but from what I've collected online, pretty much for this thing, like both parties, Zheng Shuang and Zhang Heng, right, the guy and a girl, or the girl and the guy, really. So Zheng Shuang is the actress, Zhang Heng is the ex of hers. Neither of them is like, in any sort of traditional sense, good person. They're both pretty despicable. They're pretty despicable. Like, I don't believe or any of them is like innocent in the whole thing. They are bad in their own ways, each of them. And for the guy, right, like the way the news got broke on internet, the steps of things taking place, right, it is so planned. Like, so timed and so planned. There's no way it happened randomly. They probably have planned it. Like, the guy has planned the whole thing for a long time, waiting for the best time to chuck out this thing. And it's like these two people are like at the neck of each other. And thinking about they used to be lovers, how weird the whole world is, right? The people who used to be lovers and in love with each other, and when they are mad at each other, they really go for the... Robbie Rose, hi. Thank you. Thank you. I will keep trying to be as honest as I can be, while not like appear to be a grumpy old person. Yeah, la. No, she knows like how old the babies are. Fine. Like right now, there are different kind of saying. One is like she, in the middle of it, she wants to abort the children but couldn't, and now after the children are born, she wants to have the rights over the children, and the guy is fighting for that. But then there's also like I've looked at a lot of different stuff, and honestly, like, you know, there probably are more stuff we never know about this, but they really are at each other's neck. They really want to destroy like the guy definitely wants to destroy her. As for her, you know, like there is definitely a time in the process that she really didn't want her children, and when the children are still in their surrogate mother, and then afterwards, once the children are born, whether she changed her mind or still doesn't want to have her children is something like we need proof for. But I doubt she'd be willing, happily, suddenly really want her children again. And that would say a lot about this person. It's like, you're so weird. It's your own kids. Like, make up your freaking mind. As for the guy, you know, this is definitely not an innocent, nice, kind guy, sheep. You know, like, neither of them is like a good person. Yeah, the two kids are just so, I don't know. I hope good things happen to them. I hope they end up in good care. However, like, or whoever is taking care of them, I hope they still get a good childhood. I just, like, I can't imagine, like, if they grow up with this guy or her family, like, it just, neither of the options look good to me. Imagining her parents getting a grandchild generation created and trained and brought up the way they brought up Zheng Shuang. Holy moly. It's so effed up. Yeah, and then it does spark a big discussion online, right, in China about surrogacy, which is illegal, like on paper. But unfortunately, it's already been practiced, right, in places where the honesty is a country of 1.4 billion humans. If anyone is doing that illegally but very well organized, who is there to regulate? It's impossible to regulate. You don't have the manpower to regulate that many people. It's a country that has too many people in it. So that's why on the policy side, on the legal side, it's always just no, right? But unfortunately, for like globally speaking, for surrogacy, we have like idealized version of the world, which is it's not commercialized. It completely comes out of the intention of helping people. Say the person who wants to have children can, and then there are people who want to help them, and they pay. So like in the idealized world, right? This is the type of surrogacy that we want or we allow, but unfortunately. The reality of the world is a couple of locations in this world is like a factory for surrogate children, and they are mostly in places, third world places, or places where people are living, economically speaking, are not doing well. And those women have very little choices, or they get forced, or they get coerced, or they get whatever into doing it, so that they get money. And so most of the surrogacy in this world happen in this form, and it's commercialized. So it's at the core putting a price tag on human life and also human reproductivity. So hello, thank you for Sarah, thank you for your super chat. So like on the whole, in a realistic world we live in, it is the situation which is very, very, very bad. And if we live in an ideal world, it could be okay, I think, but the world we have right now is just, if you make it commercially legal, right, it is horrible. Like imagine a million scenarios that can go wrong with this, and the terrible things that the crime lord of this world is gonna seize on this opportunity and totally mess up, okay, human rights, children's rights, women's rights, everything. Like there are already horror stories. They're already human trafficking for sure is already happening. Like there are people who are like in Europe, that it has happened and it has been reported, like people getting abducted and to do that. And I am pretty sure everywhere in this world this type of thing happens. It's just whether it gets caught or not. And that's just one type of the thing, right? There are other type of horror stories that you can that can challenge your imagination of how far the human morality can fall. And use the ultimate note, or using the Lost Tombs character saying, right? 世界上最可怕的是人心. The most horrible thing, the most scary thing in this world is the Chinese expression human heart. You can say the human nature. If you make it legal, right? There are just a million ways people can exploit and find loopholes and create very creative, crazy plans to capitalize on that. Money. Yeah, also it is a natural thing is when people have children for like 10 months, they really can't let go and then end up in legal cases. But this is like already the mildest version of the problems that can come with surrogacy, which is the mother doesn't want to give up the child, but then there's a contract going, so legally the child belongs to the other people. This is already like the kindest version of the thing, right? Which it's really mostly about who has the right to take care of the child. Whereas in other cases, it results in death, human trafficking, all kinds of absolutely horrendous things. Like the kid that's born, if it is, like child is disabled, nobody wants to take care of it, abandonment of children, or if the gender is not favored, they don't want a child anymore. Ugh. And many other things, like the surrogate mother can die from pregnancy, because that happens, or suffer for the rest of their life some kind of medical conditions. And I just saw something on the internet before I got online, which is pretty horrible. Which is like, because of this Zheng Shuang thing, right? A lot of people are talking about surrogacy, and this person posted on social media about her mother. So this is a girl. Her mother read, no, this is in China, read Zheng Shuang's surrogacy sort of news, and her mother said, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if surrogacy is legal in China? Then you," so the mother points to the daughter, right, say, "Then you can do that, and we can get the money for your brother's down payment for his house." This is called, like, if you make it legal and commercialized, hey, there are parents who would be happily selling their daughters to get money for whatever they want. And don't think it's a stretch. It really is not. It's already happening in China. In many places, remote villages, you know, more sort of far away from cities and stuff. There are villages that are called surrogacy villages in China, where like most of the women in that village have already done it because they need money. And it's like, what the... And imagine like this type of, like, if you make it illegal, right? And then there are like peasants' families who have like multiple children, okay? And they, for example, they had 4 girls or something. And previously they weren't very happy about the fact that it's all girls, there isn't a boy. Now they would be like, oh, we have 4 human ovens that can chuck out children, and each would give us this much money. We can literally use this money to build a new house, or just literally change our life. What would those parents do? I'm like, what the fuck? If you make it legal, right? This is things that's very conceivably will happen, and it's already happening, but because it is illegal, so it's happening much more quietly, and nobody do it like broad daylight. But if it becomes legal, holy moly, okay. If it becomes legal for every girl at the right age, right, like adulthood, like 20s, 30s, right, who are walking on the street at night, every girl would be worrying about somebody abducting them and grab them and send them into some remote mountainous countryside that they can never walk out, and lock them up and use them as breeding machines. That is the dark world, like the dystopia novel world, but it could happen, I'm just saying. And like, yeah, philosophically speaking, right, any form of commercial surrogacy is at its core commercializing life, and therefore a form of exploitation from the people who have the resources, who have the social status, who have the money, exploiting people who don't. That's the core of it. And no matter how many beautiful things you can think of, right, to idealize it or romanticize it, this is it. You are literally paying money to get a life. That is just so wrong. And I have the feeling, right, it is so fast, like in terms of an RTA, how quickly they responded. Like they literally, after 2 days, I think they sent out this thing, literally calling out the names and saying, you know, we're gonna ban her from every platform. It never happened before. Like there are people who are banned, but it never ends up in the papers of like written down document, and it gets sent out so quickly. I understand that a lot of people have this feeling that there's kind of a conspiracy theory going on behind it, which is they don't want her to continuously be able to say things on any open platform, pretty like Trump on Twitter. Because if she keeps, because she's like uncontrollable in a way, right? You know, like she tends to, like, if you watch her speech, she has no control over what she says. It's likely that she knows much more of the entertainment business, of who do what, who has done what. And if she keeps saying things, right, it's gonna pull out more and more illegal activities of the people who are rich and powerful, who have done this. And I'm pretty sure it's not just entertainment business. Rich people, top layer people have done this very normally. There are definitely a big number of people who know this is illegal in China, because of their whatever social position and money, they have already done it. Like, they have gone to the US, get surrogate children, whatever, and they don't want to get exposed. And some of them might be really, really higher up people. You know, like, the conspiracy is like, so therefore shut her down. Now is like, make sure that no further people gets found out. I think it's very valid. It does look very unusual for an RTA to jump on it so fast. So the conspiracy theory is there are too many people who have done this, and some of them are just too important. So like, you know, she's unlucky in that sense, but then it's totally her own doing. Nobody forced her to do that. It's totally her own doing. She and that guy, right, they decided to do this. So personally on her, right, it's just, you know, it's kind of karma is a bitch type of situation. But I think there probably is something going on with it. So she gets shut down so quickly. Like, nobody ever gets shut down this fast in China ever before. You are welcome for HOP. You are welcome. Yeah, for people who can't get pregnant, like if you have a working body, but because of some, like, because there are different types of women can get pregnant. Some of them have normal eggs, but they can't ovulate like properly. So there are like other things like IVF that can actually help yourself get pregnant. You know, just take it out in a different way and put it back, so you can still get pregnant. And for most people, they can still pregnant. They just can't do it by themselves. It needs a little bit of help. So like, that is totally okay. But like I said, surrogacy is always a questionable thing. It's offloading the risk of pregnancy and all the everything that happens with it to a different human being, and hope it goes well, basically, and pay for it. But if it didn't, right, you have offloaded the risk totally to another person, and that person suffers the consequences. So even in an ideal sense, right, when there's no money, if there's no money involved, there's always the moral question about offloading the risk to another person. And if anything happens and you are a decent person, would you be happy to live with that? That's also a question, right? Like, in the most ideal sense, I think it's still not perfect. It's still quite questionable. Yes. So yeah, it also talks about things can buy and things can't buy with money. There are things you can buy, right? And also there are deals, which is like, you know, the thing about like, if I'm willing to sell and you're willing to buy, we're two consenting adults, well, why can't we do a deal? Well, if I'm willing to buy a heroin and you're willing to sell, and we do that, we're still doing something illegal, you know. So there are plenty of things in this world. Even two parties are both happy, it's still not right. So like when like this type of argument, like I've been thinking about like all like if one person want to tear out a question about surrogacy, right? All of it's like listed out, all the things you can think about it. It's a pretty complex question. It's really, really complicated. It touches on so many things. And often, like when you don't actually get to see this type of thing, you don't even think about it. And when you first think about it, you probably haven't thought through all the things that's possible. And when you start to dig into it, right, you realize there's so much with this thing that's like, you can argue that each point that you can list out on this thing, back and forth. And it's so effing complicated. And there will always be people who are for it and against it. And something this big and this, like even if you do a big debate on this and have the best debater in this world on each team, it's still not gonna get to a perfect conclusion. It's just one of those absolutely messed up questions. Thanks to technology we have today, right? Like if it's 100 years ago, there are other ways of like ancient form of surrogacy, but it's like it definitely is not 100% the DNA copy of the two parties, right? It has to be somebody else. But I'm just saying, right? Technology advancement has given us so many possibilities of challenging the basic moral principles of this world. And also like let people be able to do this live streaming and across the entire globe, talking about the same thing at the same time. How crazy is that? Talk about that 100 years ago to our ancestors. They think it's magic. So our world is moving so fast, in many ways much faster than the social, economic, any kind of structure that can adapt to the science and everything. So at least, you know, we get to be able to think about these things. Our ancestors wouldn't even like have that in their mind because it's an impossibility in their life anyway. So that's one big thing. And then following the 化成绿瓜 is much smaller in comparison, but I think their PR team are so clever. They literally cashed in on this expectation at all times low for entertainment business from the general public to throw out this we've had a child for over a year, but we've only just decided to tell you now news to minimize its impact. And I think it's on January the 22nd, the 化成语 thing came out, and then over, I think it was 31 different drama, music, sort of entertainment people, right, sending out official sort of like claims on their official account with their studios a stamp on it, saying this about me is a rumor. So there are 31 different people rumor against rumor document that got thrown out on the same day, that night. Because there's so many weird rumors that suddenly just all showed up. Some of them are just so ridiculous, and everyone is so busy, right, trying to say this is not true, that is not true. So literally, I think it's like 赵丽颖、冯绍峰. It even has like 张艺兴、杨紫、白敬亭. Like you can count all the names. Literally, some of the most popular people in Chinese entertainment. 31 of them on the same day. It's like, this is not true, that is not true, this is not true, that is not true. Everybody sends out one. So that instantly the attention is diverted. It's so funny. So people are gonna write it down as 2021, January 22nd, Chinese entertainment business. This is a rumor day. 31, can you imagine? And then now when you look at this, there's like, why do people pay so much attention to entertainment business? It's so ridiculous. It's not even the most important thing in any sense. But it gets most exposure, and it's get disproportionately enlarged in the media. There are far more important issues, right, that needs discussion and stuff, and notice, and needs attention. But the entertainment business takes that away, so much of that away, and it ends up being everybody is just looking at melons. Melons and tea. But it's so stupid when you think about it, right? At the end of it, like, is that like consequential to anyone's personal individual life? You know, like, why do we pay so much attention? Yeah, but like everybody picked that day, the same day. I feel like they're all in it. It's like they've had a discussion and they've decided we're gonna just throw out this thing at the same time on the day. It's okay. So we've been here for quite a long time now, already an hour and 20 minutes. So, for everyone who's watching this live stream, we have 600 people, holy moly. Okay, so for the 630 something people who are watching this, who has the 缘分 of watching this live stream at the moment with me, I want to put out a suggestion to everyone. No matter your age, gender, whatever you are, right? I would highly suggest. It is from experience that do not ever 真情实感, right? Become a fan in the sense of like idolizing people, of any people in any way, whether it's a singer, actor, whatever, entertainment business people. Okay, I would highly recommend and suggest you do not ever 真情实感, real emotion, solid feeling. That's the word in Chinese, but it means wholeheartedly, unreservedly, like in that sense, idolizing anyone. Okay, no matter how pretty they are, no matter how good or track record they are, no matter how long you've been like, being interested in this person, that's fine. Like enjoying it, but always put yourself first. Put yourself first, right? You have the priority of your life and everything. You are the most important person in your life. Do not give any other people priority, particularly people you will never meet in person. You never would even have a conversation with them. You don't really know what they are like at all. They just like, like whatever you see them in public, it's all dressed up. It's all a type of performance. Right? Even when they're super candid, they are still acting with a layer of what's expected socially as an idol, as an actor, as a public figure, whatever. So you don't know who they are in real life, and it's unlikely for you to find out anyway. So don't idolize any of those people, and particularly like don't destroy your own, mental health, or don't engage your money, your time too much in this. As long as you're having fun, right, it's fine. But when you realize that you are sacrificing too much of your own stuff in any form, time, energy, whatever, for somebody that you never really know, then it's wrong and it's dangerous. And likely somewhere down the line, there's a house collapsing in Chinese internet term, right? 塌房子, okay? And you're gonna be standing under that, and you're gonna get crushed emotionally and sometimes financially. And it's so not worth it. These people do not worth that. Okay, do not worth that. And this year in Chinese drama, it has so proven that. It's like an entertainment and idol, like all that, like so many houses have collapsed. So it is my sincere suggestion. Just do not. Okay, do not. And then the other reason for it is if you have first-hand experience with entertainment business, like I cannot speak for other countries because I haven't worked there. I've worked in Chinese entertainment business. I can tell you, there's no perfect people in that. And often, people are much, much less perfect than they appear to be. And a lot of people who have a good reputation, who have generally no big problems like ever, and compared to other entertainment business people are already like role models. The fact is, they still have done a lot of things that are very questionable as a normal person standard. I've seen firsthand people with really good reputation. Like that. These things really eventually come down to three things. 黄赌毒. 黄, yellow, okay, in China, it means the sex related stuff. 赌 means gambling, okay? 赌, drug. Okay, so these three major things, right? Most of the entertainment business people have dabbled in some form in these things, and usually much more than you'd want to believe. And cannot tell you who those people are for sure, but from what I know, right, first-hand and second-hand on whatever information, it is a pretty ugly business and a lot of ugly people and doing a lot of ugly things. It is usually much more uglier than you can imagine. If you never worked in this industry, if you have, then you know. But if you haven't, and you would, like, you think of it as a normal profession, as for example, being, I don't know, teachers or doctors or whatever, like office workers, it's just another profession. It is not quite. It's a very unique profession, okay? So a lot of weird, crazy, insane things happen. and yeah, just so. And because they are in the Vanity Fair, that's it. They are in a place that is filled with like the glitter, the glamour, the money, all the temptations. They have the best sort of position to do 黄赌毒 as a profession. People and people influence each other in this business, and a lot of things happen due to reference. Right, I refer you to do something like Zheng Shuang. She gets reference from other industry people to get surrogacy because I don't think she has the personal ability to actually research this thing out, in and out. Like how to do US surrogacy. Her English is not even good enough for her to do that. Let's be honest, okay? So it's all reference things. I refer you to this. I refer you to this, and so all those. Entertainment business people are so into all types of quite like challenging our normal standard, like moral standard things. So that's another reason I would highly suggest, if you don't know any of those idol people like actually in person, right? Don't idolize them. Don't. You are like most likely in for a big disappointment somewhere down the line. And yeah, there are people who don't get exposed for the rest of their entire life, even if they've done that, okay? But I just say a lot of people do not deserve your... They really do not. So that's my sincere suggestion. And if they're pretty, like enjoy looking at those are good looking people, all that. So it's fine, as long as it entertains you. But don't 真情实感. Most of the entertainment business people do not deserve that. It's so messy. It's like, I don't know other countries, right? Chinese entertainment business. One of the reasons I didn't continue working in that, I was like, this is so... Like, I get daily. Like, I watch that daily happening. I'm like, what the... Every day, like, I get the what the F moment. And it's like not just the stars do it. Like everybody who can get a cut out of this business do it. It's like if you're in a crew of filming, right? The production shot photographer does these things. The director does these things. Cinematographer does this thing. Leading actors do this. Production designer do crazy stuff. Like even like what we call some of them, they're not like they're what we call like a live producer, which is like the people who arranges logistics, about transportation, about food, right? Like the crew's diet and stuff. Like everyone involved in this business, you can see crazy things happening. That is linked to 黄赌毒. Yeah. And obviously, sexual harassment is everywhere. Holy moly. So it's really ugly, okay? Like in the actual workflow of this business, it's filled with effed up things all the time. So I just feel like if like what really goes on, right, gets 100% exposed, people would think that's like novel, that's like fiction. It does read crazier than novels. It does read crazier than fictional writing. It is like there's no limit of how far things can go with a lot of. That's why, you know, do not idolize them. It's very important. Do not idolize them. I cannot make a video about this because it cannot give you actual examples. You know, like I know, but I can't say, that type of thing. Because I'm gonna get into, I don't know, suits about stuff. Like people are gonna sue me for what I say. So but my sincere suggestion out of that is, as long as they entertain you, that they are here to entertain you, right? Have the idea that you are the master of this life thing, and one part of it is get entertained. Therefore, there are people that are there that you like, that are entertaining you, but they are giving you that service. That's it. You don't owe them anything. It's important to think it that way. Oh, thank you, XOXO Planet. Thank you for a super chat. And is that a fox or a dog? I think it's a dog. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, it's true. Life is stranger than fiction. It is true. It is true. There are so many weird things that happens in life that you can't even make up. 郑爽现在 I have no idea. Because she's kind of like, you know, not allowed to go on public platforms, so in terms of her news update. Yeah, it's true. I can't go into details, but it's more drama than drama. Okay, so the entertainment, realistic stories about what actually goes on is more drama than drama. Like then the dramas you watch, the dramas that talks about entertainment business or any other thing, the thing is that the crazy thing that goes on is more dramatic than the dramas. And I often, like, when you see that, it was like, okay, I've had enough. Like this is crazy. This is crazy land. I want to go away and go back to my normal life. Okay, I do not want to be aware of this much crap. Zheng Shuang will ever be able to come back to entertainment? Well, unless like a definitive twist of this thing happened, right? Like a definitive type of twist that happened. With current information, it's probably unlikely, but then you can't say 100%, right? But right now, she definitely can't do that. If in a long time, right? Whether she can come back, but then once the time has passed, a couple of years, this business is the cruelest business in this whole world. People gets forgotten. If you don't show up for a bit time, you're left like into the wasteland of memory. nobody remembers you anymore. There are always new, fresh, beautiful faces, beautiful bodies, you know, newly made products for your consumption. If you go away from people's mind for a while, you disappear forever. Someone asked Jay Chen, find yourself and go ahead. I prefer find yourself. Go ahead, it's a little bit questionable to me. Long series episodes, yeah. Well, go and watch Ming Town Chaotic 2064. It's only 23 episodes. It's so short, you want it to be longer. Who knows if anyone would be like, I don't know if she's, but I hope, like, and I don't know what to hope for. She probably would have to compensate a lot of people's loss, right, for this, and whether that's gonna impact anything, I don't know. Whether that's gonna force her to have to come out somehow to earn more money, I don't know. Yeah, so we've talked about tea, talked about dramas, and it's already an hour and 35 minutes. Yeah, I'll keep it under 2. I'll keep it under 2. I don't want this to be a super stretched out stream. Zheng Shuang is like, Zheng Shuang in terms of acting, right? She has no really in any kind of value that's irreplaceable, but for the 流量 traffic, every time she shows up, she gets a lot of clicks. It's just her, she naturally can bring that. It's one of her, like, one of the reasons why she doesn't have good works, but for so many years, all kinds of platforms, variety shows still gives her a slot for doing these things because she brings in click rate like crazy. That's her. She has that. If you look at her astrology chart, she kind of also it's proven. I think she has like multiple planets in Leo. It's like a cluster in Leo, which is very unusual. And we don't know her exact birth time. If we know, we can tell. Like if it's like in 11th house, then it's like kind of, oh, for sure, okay, this person just draws everyone's attention to her. So like all the variety show and stuff gives her that priority, wants to bring her in because they know she's on the show, she's gonna say things crazy because she doesn't filter her own words at all, and then it's gonna bring in people to watch it. So in a way, it's everybody conspired to what happens to her in the end. They gave her so much. They kind of wanted it to happen. They encouraged her behavior, her quite over the top behavior for so many years because she brings in views. So it's a very sick cycle. So everybody is in that, right? Like the money, the capital, the platforms, the programs. They encourage this type of, like, if you have a really all peace, all happy, you know, nobody argues with anyone, that have a really just peaceful variety show, it may be very soothing, but it would not get a lot of views. It's very unfortunate. It's like only the negative news on social media gets viral. It has to appeal to the dark side of our emotions. So she's like that, and people encourage that so that they can benefit. So she can benefit too. Like, she benefits from that. She gets a lot of money from that. It seems like, though, in that way, it seems everybody's happy, right? Because as audiences, we've kind of let out our need, right, for this gossips and whatever. the not so nice things that we don't want to admit, but we all enjoy watching. And then the variety shows gets their cut of income, and she gets a high pay. Like she said on those variety shows, she always said, every time I end up on trending, like top of trending, mostly because she said something stupid. She said, next time my pay goes up. When I'm negotiating drama deals, when I'm negotiating other deals, every time the money that goes to me goes up when I end up on trending. How sick is that when you think about it, right? That the entire sort of entertainment business mechanism is encouraging the negative stuff. So she is responsible for what she does, but she's also kind of like victim in this whole game for click rates, for traffic, for getting attention. Ugh. Me Too movement? No, not really popular in the entertainment business. It is a weird, like the sisters who make waves, right? That type of thing. In a way, you can say they're trying to give women more, but then the way it's done is again trying to put tags on women, so it's very ironic. And if you're talking about Me Too of outing sexual harassment, that type of thing, it really hasn't really on a big scale happened. Because it's in China it's not yet, I think, the ideal environment for that to go on. But entertainment business, okay? Oh my god, it's like a big place for sexual harassment in any form. And it's not just restricted to people exploiting women. Obviously that probably happens much more often than other types. But there's no saying that men, don't sexual harass men, or women don't sexual harass women, or women don't sexual harass men. Entertainment business is a cesspool, okay? So that goes on all the time. Variety shows, what do you mean? Wait to watch what I say. Yeah, a lot of variety shows are not subbed. That's the problem with Chinese variety shows. Zheng Shuang's parents are just like holy psychotic. Those two crazy people. But unfortunately, there are a lot of parents like that in this world. Not just in China, in this world in general, a lot. Unfortunately. And then they just happen to be, right, because their daughter reached such high sort of like level of fame that it gets totally exposed in the public's view. For like lesser well-doing and never famous family, this goes on all the time too. So like if any of you, like watching this, you have good parents who are not like that at all, you are so lucky. You're so fortunate. And if your parents are like that too, know that there are many parents like that. And in the end, it's down to you. It's down to you, If you can recognize that first, obviously, and then if you recognize that, then you have to do something on your end to get yourself out of it. It's your responsibility. Not ideal situation, but you always have a choice. If you have parents like that and you realize they're like that kind of people, you have to work, you have to figure out a way to for yourself. Zheng Shuang, in a way, I think, right, she has given up. I'm pretty sure like she knows what kind of parents she has. And she gave up. She, instead of fighting against them and say, I'm not gonna entertain what you do, and then I'm gonna cut myself clean, because she can. She's so famous and popular, she actually can. She's definitely financially independent enough to not let her parents just run over her. But she gave up somewhere on the like she decided, I'm gonna just become them. I'm gonna become a part of this group. I'm gonna join. I'm gonna become, you know, the second iteration of my parents. And it's very sad. It's very sad it happens. She kind of has a chart that's destined for fame. If you look at her like astrology, even if you don't know when she's born, the exact time, if you just look at the signs where all the planets fall, she kind of has something that's like something that if she can work out, that can actually have a huge potential. But she's the type that like had what we call 一手好牌打得稀烂. Okay, a handful of good cards. So she gets dealt with really good cards, but she played it so badly that it eventually just totally effed up. So, what happens with one child policy? Yeah, we can have two now in China, but a lot of people don't want to even have one. So unfortunately, thank you, girl. Next door. Okay, hopefully I'm not pronouncing it too embarrassingly for you. Thank you for your super chat. Okay. Wukong Black Myth. A long time we still have to wait for a long time, because when they released that trailer thing, they're not even close to any type of finishing doing that game. They literally did it as advertisement to get more talent into their company to finish that. So Black Myth, we are waiting, like if it's lucky, right, 2-3 years in the future, if it can happen. So come back in 2024 to ask Wukong Black Myth, the game. Watching Reno? Do you mean Rebel Princess? I may go back to check it at times. Oh, Britney Spears. Oh. Doesn't she also have like crazy parents too? Kind of like Zheng Shuang's parents. Middle of the C drama pad. Not quite sure. Probably differs hugely on different productions. But the top tier takes most of the... It's like winner takes it all. The top tier takes most of the money away. And within the same crew, right, the leading people pay can easily be 10 times more than the sort of second tier actors. Easily. Ode to Joy 3, they are not making it yet, but I think they have it ready in terms of script. So Zhengwu has a couple of scripts already written, but production hasn't started. Don't know when. Nivarna Empire 3, okay? They've already finished writing it. I am so for it, but no news about when. And I don't think they have a plan for it yet, in terms of when they're gonna start shooting it, who they're gonna cast. All the process haven't started yet. They just have the paper on paper. The thing is already written. And I want to go into the production company and steal their script, steal that whatever word or whatever file. I want to steal Nivarna Empire 3's script. I cannot wait. The producer said, yeah, not so long ago, he already said we've had the story written down already, but we right now are not planning on when and how to make it yet. I don't know. I hope at least they started to do it this year. And honestly, for Nirvana, right, I wouldn't care who they cast. Even if it's like all fresh faces I've never seen, does not matter. As long as it's first written by Hai Yan, then second produced by Zhengwu Yangguang, third directed. Okay, it has to be Kong Sheng. Their ace director. It has to be this person directing it. If it fits those three requirements, obviously it's gonna be this company. So if it's this director and this scriptwriter, the original scriptwriter, I'm happy. It has to be directed by Kong Sheng, okay? Like the first two. Please, it's important. Do not give us Zhang Kaizhou. No, no. The director for Story of Minglan, okay. He he doesn't have an idea about how to control narrative. He doesn't know how to make every scene exciting and dramatic. That science of making nothing is wasted. There's no wasted moment, there's no wasted scene. Every moment is meaningful to your sort of entire story. Kong Sheng can do that. Zhang Kaizhou cannot. He cannot. He's the one who did Minglan, and he's the one who, I think, Serenade of Peaceful Joy. You can feel the way of not being able to really control the entire thing. There's lack of structure and pacing stuff. So we need Kong Sheng. If it's Kong Sheng, I'm happy. Like a Mingning Zhen, right? Like a Shanghai Qing, Mingning Town is so good. Like it's perfect. Oh, and if you haven't watched it, anyway, the review comes out on Thursday. But this is a drama really worth watching. I've said it 3 times now in this stream. It's so good. Everyone is so good. Mingning Town has saved my impression of Huang Xuan as an actor. If you watched my channel for a long time, you probably have heard me mentioning him many times. In terms of, I really liked him. A long time ago, when I first saw him in a film, I was like, this guy is really talented, and he has the potential to become sort of the independent film really good actor like Qin Hao in a way. But then, the last couple of years, right, he just didn't do any good dramas and good roles, and started to get more and more greasy, like Huang Xiaoming, like dripping with oil kind of acting, as we call it. And I was like, Huang Xuan, come on, prove it to me that I wasn't wrong. Because if you continue doing this type of role, I'm gonna give up on you. I'm gonna totally give up on you. I don't want that to happen. And then this happened. 正午阳光 saved him. Okay, saved him. And gave him a role that can literally, again, prove to you that he is a real actor. He just has been doing roles that really is no good for him. I understand people need money, okay? I understand that. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy that he got this one, right? It saved him for me. If he does another perfect relation, 完美关系 or 创业时代, you know, even earlier with like Angelababy and Zhou Yiwei and Song Yi, that drama, if he does another one, I'm gonna say goodbye to him. I'm like, you know, goodbye. Like I can't deal with you anymore. Thank heavens. Thank heavens. 正午阳光, thank you for saving him. Oh, like, oh my god, he's such a good actor in this one. And then all the old actors like Zhang Jiayi, You Yong, you probably like don't recognize them when I say the name because they're the older generation actor, but when you watch, you will see, oh, okay, I've seen that face like a million times in Dramaland. Oh, they're so good. Oh my god. It's so good. It's good acting plus good script. Everything is good. And then finally, like I also in that review that will come out on Thursday, I'll say this, but I'm gonna say it again. Ru Yijia is so good. Actress. She's in Chang'an 12时辰 Longest Day in Chang'an. The really pretty actress. She's also in 甄嬛传 many years ago, Empress in Palace. This time, her role in this drama will get her a lot of awards for this year and next year probably. So next year or two to come, in Chinese Dramaland. Or in any Dramaland in this world, I'm just thinking like she has the potential to get like the best stuff anywhere. Her performance in this drama is just so good. Oh my god. Unbelievably good. Huang Xuan is not even like in any sense the lead because this is ensemble. This drama is ensemble. Everyone is important. It's not just him. Like, and he doesn't have absolutely like the leading sort of amount of screen time, but he's good. Everyone is good. Ru Yijia is exceptionally good. I've never thought of her as this type of actress. I never imagined she can do this. But in this drama, like eye-openingly good. And her role is so well written. I also have to say it's I would put it this way. Since I started this channel in 2017, Ru Yijia's character in Min Tang is the best female role I've seen coming out of Chinese Dramaland. Period. For all the 4 years I've seen. And comparing like in competition to all the dramas that actually has a female lead, like a big female lead for definitively as the lead role, every other people is like a supporting role. Even competition to those dramas, in this ensemble drama where she is not a lead, she's like one of the main ensemble. She has done a phenomenal job, and this is the best role for a woman in Chinese Dramaland ever since I started this channel. I'll put it that way. And she doesn't even have that much screen time. That is how good she is, and that is how good the drama is. It's a 23 episode drama. Again, like, it's like you don't need 60, 70, 80 episodes saga to build up a so-called strong character. In Min Tang, she was given about 4 to 5 scenes before she becomes this glowing character, like a diamond, really. And it's like the best female role I've seen. Only like not episodes, okay? Not even episodes, literally scenes. Is like every episode she shows, like first episode she shows up for 2 scenes. For the second, I think 1 or like doesn't even show up. The third, she shows up for another one. So by the time EP3, okay, by EP3, you're gonna fall in love. And you're gonna say, whoa, this role is so good. Yeah, I've said that. 4 years time. Every drama I've watched, this is the best female role. Can you imagine? so short a drama and not even that much screen time. But like she's not wasted in any way. Like every microsecond she's on camera, she's fully 120% there. And the story is 120% there. So good. Okay. Go and watch it. You'll make up your own mind about it. Because everyone I've talked to and I've seen who's watched this drama, right? When she shows up at a certain point of an episode, everybody's like crying, like, rah! It's like, broke the water dam and cry for her. She's so good. Okay, so we are already online for 2 hours. I should give everyone I should send you back to your sleep or to your work or to whatever. Yeah? Min Tang, okay? I hope like whatever it's getting subbed, it's getting subbed quickly. Yeah. And the dialect version is the best. But then if you don't even speak Chinese, probably doesn't make that much difference. But you can hear the tonal quality of the dialect is so suitable for that place. When it's Mandarin dubbed, it doesn't have that ground, that earthy feel of the, and it doesn't quite communicate the emotion that effectively. Yeah, watch the dialect version. It's really good. Okay, so 1 minute more and I'm gonna go. Oh, I can't pronounce your name. Sorry for someone who just sent me a super chat in Japanese yen. I don't know how to read. Like I tried, like I learned it, but I never remember how to pronounce. There are two types of, right? What's the word for it? English word? Can't remember. I remember the Chinese word for it, 平假名 and 片假名. So the note system of the pronunciation. And there's one type that is for local Japanese language. There's another type that is for imported foreign language, right? The type that's designed for imported foreign language in Japanese is the type I cannot remember. I've tried it a million times. Every time I try to remember, right, how to write it down, a couple of days later I forget. But the version that's used for Japanese itself, I can remember. I don't know why. I'm weird. My brain is weird. So yeah, okay, yeah, it's a katakana and hiragana. Yes. That's the correct word. Yeah. So one of them is something I can totally remember. I think because it mostly looks like Chinese characters in many ways, so I can remember. The other type I can't. My brain just doesn't want to remember it. It's like music. It's like when I try to study all the theories of music, like chords, like harmony, like all those like technical terms for it. I look at it, okay, I understand. The next day, I forget. It never keeps in like gets like written down in my memory. I don't know why. It's very strange, but it I'll live with it. Thank you for your super chat, and thank you to everyone who's joined this live stream. And I will do one in February, so it won't be too long from now. Half a month later, I'm planning, okay, to do the February live stream right before Chinese New Year. So hopefully on actually Chinese New Year's Eve. I think it's also a Tuesday or Thursday, 11. Anyway, so I'm aiming at doing that on that day. Do come on that day, because I'm gonna do the stream in a little bit different way than usual. Still gonna be me here, but we're gonna play some games, because this is the tradition to play games at Chinese New Year, right? And get like red packet money. Red packet money. I cannot give you red packet money through your computer screen, but I can give other red packet money, okay? So remember, okay? Just watch my like community post and stuff. I will let people know when I do that live stream on just before Chinese New Year. And we're gonna have fun. And have red packet money. 红包, okay? For the year of ox, cow, whatever, the mer animal. Okay, so take care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.